God, you're so lucky to be a part of this. You're going to be so grateful. You're showing me some gratitude. You haven't seen Yeah, you did. You watched 10 Cloverfield Lane.
What's that? What's 10 Cloverfield Lane?
Better start showing me a little gratitude. It's my impression of John Goodman from that, all the mouth breathing.
Yeah.
Listen to her, Michelle.
You do a lot of impressions for someone who's not very good at impressions.
Thanks.
Yeah.
You're really,
But you do a lot of them.
You're really good at constructive criticism.
No, I meant that in a funny way.
You do a lot of it.
I didn't mean...
You ready?
I am ready.
Well, I was born ready. Welcome to the Preacher Podcast, brought to you by the Baltic Effect and Trentendo. I'm Trent. That is Nate. I knew if I just started, I'd do it. Yeah, but I didn't start it properly. So we're podcasting on the episode. Finish the song.
Finish this, or in my weird, like, does that say finish the sexy?
Finish the sexy. Then you can bring it back.
See, my notes are really bad.
And they're stained. What happened there?
That's wine. All right, so.
What'd you get, purple? Is that blueberry wine? Blueberry.
No, it's regular like Shiraz.
Okay.
So I was at the hotel.
That's like your only note too. It's the name of the fucking episode in Fallout 4. I'm pretty sure it says Fallout 4.
No, we'll talk about that
Father
in a minute.
and Mother.
Yep.
Okay. Never tell you about.
Anyways, so I was in a hotel and I had a bottle of wine and I didn't have a corkscrew. So I used a pen and just jammed the cork into the bottle. Turns out when you displace a cork...
Oh, pal. Oh, no. Well, have you ever tried the thing where you put it in a shoe?
Yes, it's too loud in a hotel.
Does it work, though? I've heard that's a fake video.
It does, but it doesn't come out. It's you have to really bang it. You know, I've never done it to completion.
Ladies. Nate's number.
Send all inquiries to nate@natebjork.com.
Yeah, I'll probably put that right there.
Cool.
So we got any questions this week?
We do. Send them to the aforementioned nate@natebjork.com.
Ladies.
We have the usual suspects submitted some questions.
I haven't watched that movie all the way. I have watched it all the way through. I don't remember it, so. But did we get some regular emailers?
We also had some regular emailers.
Sweet.
But the movie also emailed us.
The questions walked kind of funny at the end and then walked normal.
And then started walking. I thought you said you didn't finish it.
I did finish. I did watch it because I do finish things. NatePro.com.
Ladies.
NatePro.com. Send all your contact info for that to Nate. I wish you got one email that was like, can I have Trent's contact info? Just one. That would be...
I did once.
Did I?
One time, years ago, when we were doing Behind the Cutting Edge stuff, Armadillo from Germany emailed me and asked for your email address. And I gave him your Gmail address, and then I asked you if I could.
I probably lost my shit.
You weren't happy about it. I gave it to him and then thought, wait, should I have asked Trent first?
You did those things in the opposite order.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. It's okay, though. Armadillo's cool.
Yeah.
It was more of like... that would be more of like a aggravator at the protocol, not the specifics.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I did break prots.
Ghost Protes. You took the hoodie off.
Yeah.
All right, so questions.
Yes. How many men did the Butcher of Gettysburg
77.
kill? Correct. Next, these are from Shane Ogle, by the way. What is the name of the travel agency? Agency. Oh, I always get those two words mixed up, agency and agency. One's not a word. That's why it's confusing.
You do not.
I know.
It's a good cover, though.
Yeah.
I don't know. I missed that one. Hell International.
Mm-hmm. Distant Vistas.
Same thing. Oh, I did see that because it was on the bus, too.
Also on the bus.
Yeah. It goes round and round.
Mm-hmm. The wheels do.
The bus goes round and round.
Yeah. Much like...
Katamari.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that you roll around and... It's a game.
Oh, okay.
On Nintendo.
Ah.
You can get it at your local Nintendo store.
Wait a second. You should... Wait, whoa.
Ka is a wheel.
Hold up. Ka is a... Hold up, though. Something just occurred to me. You could probably sue Nintendo. Because their name is very close to your name.
To Trent?
To Trentendo.
I'm sure that was a coincidence. It's okay. They probably mean well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because, it sounds really
I'll
close.
take Larry the Cable Guy's position on this, like he did with Get Her Done. Because, I've been known for being such a huge fan of Larry the Cable Guy. What's the next question?
It's like, shut up about Larry the Cable Guy.
All the time, I'm like, that guy is just so sincere. It's time for a question.
According to the ticket printouts, what is the name of the travel agent? Oh.
I didn't see that because I had trouble seeing it the first go around. The second go around, I saw 2 words on that whole thing, and you know what they were? Serial killer. So I don't know what her name is, and I don't know what that was in reference to.
Oh, it was in reference to when she said, "What's your position? What's your job?" And they
one
career.
of them.
And they go, well, and then she's like, "It's gonna come up when you're down there." And so one of them said architect, the other said serial killer.
I
and they said them at the same time.
Other one said, "Okay,
isn't that funny though?"
That is
like
funny.
one of them.
I heard architect.
That's not an occupation.
Well, if you're going to hell.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. Okay. So what was her name? Melinda.
Close.
Mindy. Mimsy. Melissa.
Getting farther away. Lucinda. It is close to Melinda.
That is very close. That's weirdly close.
What pet store has caught on to Tulip?
Shit. I remember that the first time I watched it. I was like, you need to remember that, Trent. It's not one that I've heard of before. It's like Pet Company, Pets and Company.
Mm-hmm. What if they were Fast Dad Pets? Would they be
Fast Pets? Pets Quick Pets. Pets Quicken Pets.
Pet Express?
Pet Express. Nice.
Also, it's a place where you could eat pets. It sounds like you could eat pets.
Pet Express? Yeah, it sounds. Yeah, I'm not gonna go what it sounds like, but
yeah. Speaking of Pet Express, I have 100 pairs of chopsticks coming in the mail to me because I found them on sale for like $3 on Amazon.
Wait, you know how to eat food with chopsticks? You should tell people. That makes you more valuable in their system of networking people.
Remember that bit I used to do?
Yeah, I'm kind of like
okay.
With it.
Yeah.
I had a really good bit about people that are like, I could eat with chopsticks. That was a joke in The Office too, where one girl was like 2 guys were competing for one girl, and it was the one guy goes, I can eat with chopsticks, and I thought of your joke so hard.
Well, it's like you don't you don't see some guy in China going like, you know what? Every time I eat American food, I eat it with a fucking fork.
Yeah, I have to. It's authentic that way.
I don't give a shit. Plate, bowl, doesn't matter. Anytime I'm at a restaurant, fork. Just give me a fork. I don't even I just say, please, can I have a fork?
Yeah,
I prefer a fork actually.
Yeah, so good.
That's if a Chinese guy thought it was cool to brag about how well he was at eating like we do.
Yeah,
we are. Hey, tell you what, I'm so good at shoving shit in my mouth with these sticks. All right. But anyways, I bought some because I like to eat Flamin' Hot Cheetos, but I don't like the shit on my hands.
You've posted about that before.
I like to snack when I'm working.
You've posted about that before.
Yeah.
You know what you could do?
Yeah. Shut up.
Take bag, lay over.
Unbuy chopsticks.
That'd be disgusting. Powder everywhere.
Dude, what if you crunch up the Flamin' Hot Cheetos, chicken breast, roll it.
Yeah, on Epic Mealtime they use Doritos to batter stuff with before, like in there, and then and deep fry it and stuff.
That'd be good.
Yeah, it turned out pretty good. Yeah. They deep fried a whole thing of macaroni and cheese that had a burger submerged in it. So like a pot of mac and cheese, submerged burger, freeze, dump out, Doritos encrusted, deep fried the whole thing.
Really?
Yeah.
That is pretty epic.
Good episode.
Like and subscribe them.
Yeah.
What brand of wine does the mayor offer to bring to Emily?
Panhandle.
Uh-huh.
Which followed up by the same from 2 people that likely panhandle.
Mm-hmm. Oh! What is the name of the cleaning lady who found the hotel room? I don't think she found the hotel room. Who found the body in the hotel room, I presume?
Lucinda.
Mm-hmm. Juanita, same
thing.
Mm-hmm.
Juanita is German for Lucinda.
It's a little-known fact. It came over on the Mayflower.
LKF.
All right. Another set of questions from Nick CR.
Hey! Oh, and thanks for Shane.
Thank you to Shane. Here are... Okay. How many stars are on the
38.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
It was 17, where's it, 1871? 1771 or 1871, Colorado was added and made the 38.
It would have been 1871 because
1871. That's way
1771
too
we
far.
weren't a country
1870.
yet.
It was 1871, and it was like 18 all the way through like the 1880s. We had a 38 star flag.
Okay. So the question was.
Eat it.
Bonus question. What was the 38th state admitted to the Union?
Oh, it's Colorado.
Yep.
Yeah.
What year? You got it.
Oh.
What?
Suck it.
What day?
Oh, October.
Next Monday.
Oh, this coming up Monday? So what is next Monday? August, whatever day I marked on the calendar. Oh, no. Is it 2 weeks from now for your first show?
No, it's...
This coming up Monday is August 1st?
Yeah.
Okay, so August 1st. Nice.
Next question.
Check out Cormano at, Majestic or the Freak? Cormano at the Freak, August 8th?
Yes. That's
August 8th?
It's still tentative, so don't promote it yet.
Well, if you get here and it's not happening, come hang out with us.
Yeah, let's just...
We'll find something else going on.
Yeah, they're still trying to book another...
Is Backbuzz going to be there no matter what?
No.
Oh.
If Bo can...
It's Cormano or nothing.
No, if Bo can find another band, then he gets to book the whole night.
It's Backbuzzer. Oh, it's third band or nothing. Should Too Cool for School Ukuleles play just so he can...
Yes. Yes.
You and I play...
Rhiannon.
Two weirdos playing ukulele, singing their heart, or you singing their heart out while another
We'll
one
both
just
sing
on
our
it.
hearts out.
Okay. Oh, God. No skull.
What Canadian destination and activity does the travel agent recommend to Fiore and LeBlanc?
Oh, it's like a lobster fest or something?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
What Canadian destination and activity?
Oh, the place where it's happening? Oh, it's in Canada,
Mm-hmm.
in Cabana, Coco Cabana, way down in Kokomo. It's, I don't know, Vancouver.
New Scotland.
New Scotland, okay.
Nova Scotia.
Oh, okay. I thought Nova Scotia was Nova Scotia. Is Nova
It is.
Scotia Canada?
Yeah, it's Canada.
Oh, okay. I thought it was, okay.
It's in Canada.
There's a lot, look, that's one of the few things, and I feel bad about not knowing it, but fuck, it's a lot. I can barely remember all the states in my own country, let alone these ones that are like, it's like a country, but it's in a country, but it's part. Like the other day, the product that we have only works in the U.S. because of the way it's funded, and someone was like, will this work on St. John's Virgin Islands? I'm like, God, hang on, let me Wikipedia things, like.
Because we do have the U.S. Virgin Islands.
St. John's is one of the ones that works on. And then then they were like, what about Puerto Rico? I'm like, do you live in one of these two places? Why are you asking me this question? Look, I'm still asking it.
Puerto Rico's part of the U.S., but
it is.
But I think it's still a good question.
I think it does, yeah. So it's like, it's just,
they're just trying to sound smart.
They were wasting my time.
I keep seeing this out of the corner of my eye, and it's
okay.
distracting me.
Man,
the
look at
TV
us.
is on.
Look at us. Let's just turn everything on. Got a couple of radios we can turn on with the volume down?
Yep. We can... This computer's not on. I could turn this
Alexa,
on.
play white noise.
White Noise Machine, a light sleep pillow ambience by White Noise for baby sleep from Spotify.
Thanks.
Alexa, stop. Alexa, stop. Alexa, stop. I thought she was going to be like, I don't understand, and she just wanted to play that.
Okay, continuing from the last question, because remember the first question had a bonus question?
Nova Scotia, and then the next question.
Bonus question is, when did Nova Scotia enter Confederation? Hint, it was one of the original 4 provinces.
I don't know. So original 4 provinces, so we're talking like, what, 1700, 1600, 1700, 1775.
1 July 1867.
1867, so, okay. I don't know.
That's it. Next question.
I would say majority of those killed him, Shane, but thank you.
This is Nick CR.
Thank you, Nick CR.
What does Fiore have in common with George Costanza from Seinfeld?
I don't know. I didn't watch that shit.
They both lie about being architects.
Oh, okay. Cool. Didn't like the show as a kid.
Well, probably wasn't written for you.
Wasn't. I watched Friends.
Yeah.
That was written for a child. I loved it as a kid.
We were on a break. Hey.
Don't like the last few seasons of Friends. It got really annoying.
I didn't mind it. I watched
like the
it.
newer
I
ones?
watched them.
You like the New Testament?
I liked all the Friends.
I'm Old Testament.
I liked
Friends.
all the Friends.
I like the Chenandler bonds.
I liked all the Friends, and I liked the Joey spinoff.
I actually didn't watch that. I should have checked that out.
It was pretty good. It was.
He's on Top
It was
Gear.
a lot of. Yeah, he's on American Top Gear.
No, he's on British one.
He guested on a British one.
He
British
was-
Top Gear is no longer a thing.
Oh, well, they were trying to do a season with him, Chris Evans, and so, not the Chris Evans, the British Chris Evans, the radio show guy, and then one other person. And I was like, why is Matt fucking LeBlanc going to be on the British one? But I was like, okay. But no, it was going to be a thing.
Even though Matt LeBlanc's more of a motorcycle guy than a car guy.
But see, they said they were doing a second season.
How do I know all this stuff about Top Gear and I don't even watch it?
But I don't watch the new seasons either. But I read that they were going to go into a second season because they have this boastful BS about their ratings or whatever, and it was like, but it's not. There was like a big controversy about not controversy, but like the kind of like an argument online. Why are we talking about this? Next question.
I don't know.
The British one wants Clarkson decked that guy. I'm like, well, I'm done.
Kelly Clarkson decked that guy. Well, how does Tulip like her pancakes?
Oh man, I was putting up stuff second go around when they were talking about that. M&M's in them. Well, just give them to me. I'll do it myself.
All right. Final grouping of questions. So far, no duplicates.
Oh, cool, guys.
Yeah.
Good job.
This one's from Bricktails.
Air five.
They must have all emailed each other.
Good job, Shane sent all those. Too bad Nick Sierra didn't send any.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Shane,
buddy.
Shane knows a lot about Canadian
I'm
provinces.
sorry, buddy. I fucked that one up, and I feel really bad.
All right. Bricktails.
Woo.
Cowboy is not such a fan of Jesus. Who does he love?
Who do you love? He loves his little girl, loves his wife, loves his horse.
Math time. We're going to do the multiplication table of 6. 6 times 1 is?
6.
6 times 2 is?
12.
6 times 3 is?
18.
6 times 4 is?
24.
Within 10, how many people do we know the cowboy has killed?
Within 10, how many? Oh, okay, hold on. So we know 70.
Okay, so
hold on, stop. I
was going to give you more hints.
And 10. 100 and 115.
You're not within 10, but you're close.
What is it?
103.
Okay, is there like a formula that had to do with that question?
No. It's just within 10, how many do we know? So just the evidence we've seen.
I couldn't count all the heads. I was kind of like guesstimating.
Yeah, it was 77 at Gettysburg, and he counted 26 on the floor.
Who said? Did anyone say 26 on the floor?
No.
Oh, okay.
He counted 26 on the floor.
I like
and,
these questions.
He said, and I wanted to clarify, but you already kind of knew what it was.
Then the heads.
No, I wanted to clarify by saying not reliving it, just the one.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. But you assume
Well,
that.
hang on. He counted 26 on the floor. Did you count all the heads?
He counted 26 bodies.
There was a flag full of heads he dumped down right before that.
Those were the three. The flag full of the heads were
Part of the 26?
I thought those were his family's heads.
Those were the kids in the school.
No.
He murdered. Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Yes, he murdered children and threw their heads in the bar. Is that not crazy? Somebody said something about it. About
he
their
pulled
kids.
he pulled a rolling death chain and just killed the whole town.
Killed the whole town. Yeah.
With
Oh
two
my
6
God!
guns.
January, pal. Are you excited?
I am excited.
I'm so glad that we're I'm glad I have somebody to really share that with because I've really loved those books for a long time, and you have too. So it's not like I liked them and got a friend into them. I found out that he happened to like them maybe more than me, and I mean your tattoo is freaking from that. Like that's dedication.
I had my very first person who recognized it as what it was today.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I was at roller derby and we were in a pace line.
Of course, it's at Derby.
We were in a pace line. The girl behind me was like, "Nate, do you have Dark Tower tattoos?"
Nice.
And I put my hands back and she high-fived me. And then we continued being cool and skating without our skates.
Derby is cool. Hey, who ended up winning the championship up in Canada?
U.S.
No way! US took the whole thing? USA! USA!
Yeah. Return back-to-back World Cup champions, U.S. men's.
It was so cool. He had that thing going most of the weekend. I wish I had more time. I would like walk by and get to just like sit down and watch a little bit, go do some stuff. and then like come back if he was watching. I could sit down and just kind of come in and out. It was so cool that they did that like all freaking weekend.
Yeah, it was like 4 days of streaming.
Oh, so cool. That was neat.
Yeah.
You know? Did you have to pay for like a thing to watch
I did.
it? Oh, that sucks. I was about to really.
Yeah.
But
it
hey,
supports Derby.
was it expensive? Was it? Oh, good. There we go.
No.
It was relatively inexpensive.
Yeah. It was.
Was it more expensive than a bread box?
Yes.
Cool. Was it less expensive than a bread truck?
No.
Should have bought a bread truck.
A free bread truck that's broken down. It's more expensive than a free one.
A free one that's also broken down, so negative money.
Yeah, you have to pay to haul it away.
Pay to not even use it.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
What are Jesse and Emily free to do now that Tulip is leaving?
Oh, they can go. I know the last one. Go to the movies, share popcorn, touch her titties.
Mm-hmm. What movie does Emily fittingly watch while waiting to feed mice and guinea pigs, a goat, and a mayor to Cassidy?
I don't know, but while you said mice, I'm going to guess that wasn't a Mice and Men. Did they ever make an old movie of that? I don't think so. I don't know the movie. I probably should.
You've
I guess.
seen it.
Oh, have I?
I assume you should have.
Is it It's a Wonderful Life or some shit?
No. Psycho.
Oh, that was the original Psycho.
Mm-hmm.
I have seen that. I don't remember that scene. I wasn't paying too much attention. You know what happened? That scene came on, and I thought they're going to expect me to know this movie, and I don't know it right away, so I don't care. Brain off.
Yeah.
And that's unfortunate. Yeah, I dig on the first Psycho. I don't know it that well, obviously, but yeah, I think I prefer the black and white to the color one, maybe. But they're so close and so they're so similar. You can enjoy both of them, I feel.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, cool, neat. Yeah.
What are DeBlanc and Fiore's occupations, according to them?
Okay, so one of them was architect. But the only other thing that I read on that thing was serial killer. So the other occupation should be Lucinda.
Mm-hmm.
Serial
Correct.
killer. Serial killer. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Fa, 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 fa. I wanted to do like
Good luck editing that sound.
I wanted to do like a no, it's fine. I wanted to do like a marching band beat.
Oh, okay.
Boom boom pow, boom boom
ba, rum bum, Chicago chong kong ka. Where is hell? Final question. Where is hell? If we can believe the implication of the visual Easter egg in this show.
Oh, I don't know the visual Easter egg.
I missed it, but I assume he'll clarify in his email later.
South America?
New Hampshire, or maybe the basement under a vacuum cleaner repair shop.
Oh, because of where they were being picked up at is pretty much the place where the disappearer. It looks very similar to, if not the exact same place where in Breaking Bad, the disappearer picked them up. Because I thought that when I watched it.
Oh, okay.
It looks real similar. I don't know that it's the same one. I got to imagine that down in that region of the U.S., whatever those concrete things are there for a reason. Maybe like water runoff or something. I don't know.
It's where the hell events are.
Yeah, clearly, yeah. But no, it looks just like the scene when they were about to pick up Walt, and then he bails on the guy. But then later on, he picks up like everyone else. Well, two other people, Saul and Walt were the only two that got disappeared. But that's cool. In New Hampshire or under a vacuum cleaner. That's a good question.
Yeah. So those were the questions. Once again, to send them, rewind and look at the video.
Anywhere you want.
Yeah.
Good questions tonight. I think I did okay.
Yeah, you did.
I think if I had a competitor, I would stand a decent chance. More so than most of the other shows that I'm on.
Yeah, I think you would.
Okay, so episode was finished. The song, I thought it was going to be in reference to Wake Up, Drinking, and Noise.
Oh, right, yeah.
I thought it was going to be in... see, I do good impressions.
That was spot on. You were so good.
It was so bad. Okay. Now I'm going to intentionally do bad ones. You're welcome.
How am I going to know the difference?
You're going to beg for the good ones. They're going to be real bad. It's going to be, remember the time that I was like, I did like I started saying that I am Paul McCartney. Like I was trying to, and I was like, I can do an impression of that person, and then it was like,
a totally different thing. Yeah.
Thanks, Dad. No, okay. So I thought it was going to be in reference to that.
Yeah.
Do you know what the song was the guy was singing? Because I don't.
No.
I hope maybe an emailer knew.
And when I was looking at it, and I was
Put it in the comments.
I was going to Google it, but I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
You know how like when you're watching on like Amazon Fire or just Amazon Prime in general, and like if you hit pause, like it pops up all the people on the scene, all the actors.
I did.
And it said so and so,
yes.
and it was said
On the computer. It does that.
Yeah, and it says so and so, Chinese brute singer.
Because he was kind of brute, you know.
I didn't know if like brute singing was a kind of singing.
Well, you know, it
like
starts.
brute. We're
Excuse
brute,
me,
man.
record store clerk. Where's the brute section?
Oh, are you looking for new wave brute or classic brute?
Or brute fusion, or Brusian as we call it. Do you want cologne, champagne, or the genre music? Because we got it all. We're really weird.
I'm going to Google it while you're talking.
Well, I think it just refers to the fact that when it cuts in, you think it's going to be some like just really. It's got the hat, you know. He's got the grimace, and then spits, and then
big old.
Not fit for a
bed. The little Lord.
We figured out the song.
Uh-huh.
You know it. Oh, you know it in English too. That's
I do. I translated it.
I know that song in English. You know.
Brute.
No big deal. When I sing in English.
Singing.
You know, it's the original translation. Because everything in the Bible originally was English. So I'm gonna put this out there. The very first moment in the I knew what was happening department, the very first moment that they replayed everything again. So we watched the whole thing in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Towards the end, he starts going through it again. I thought, oh, he's in hell and he's doing this over and over again. Mm-hmm. A little bit, I knew who his character is, and also I thought that if that wasn't the reason we're doing this, I'm going to get pissed off. Mm-hmm. So it's more like it better be this reason. So we'll column A, we'll column B. But then they started doing it another time. I was like, yeah, that's what's going on.
Yeah, I was really confused.
I'll be honest with you, it was a little confusing. But it seems how I was like, I knew what was going on from the get. Like when I figured it out, it was like, I'm like half in, half out about this. Like I don't have a hard stance on any of this, in that I kind of feel like it was a bit of a waste of time. You know, I'm always going on about, and I'm sorry about this, but I go on about, you know, things being overly long. I think there's a lot of extraneous stuff, and I'm a big fan of, like, I'm a big proponent of not scaling stuff down or editing down, because this is an artist's view. This is a person that created this. They worked very, very hard on this, and they're presenting it to us that way. So I would hate to say, you know, oh, the Mona Lisa would be great if we trimmed all that bullshit in the back. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? So while maybe it's apples and oranges, I see it as the same thing. And so I wouldn't want to say you need to cut your art down. But it is a TV show. You know, TV shows have got commercials in between them. They have sponsorships in the middle of them. There's a lot of things going on to try and get you to spend more money. Not all art is made for you to spend money. So when we get to this thing of entertainment for $1 like that, give me my entertainment. I feel like, you know, since it's our dollars that fund the big wheel to keep it going, mm-hmm. we maybe have a little more say, which is really shitty, because then that's like art by committee. It's a lot to think about, and I'm kind of rambling on, but the point is that I don't want to tell anybody to cut their show down, but there are times where I feel like my time is kind of being wasted. But when it was finished, and after that magnificent, I loved when everything's cut together all discombobulated. I thought that was cool.
Would that have been as effective
if they hadn't done it so many times?
Yeah, if they hadn't been boring for the first, like, because I was like, yeah, I've already seen that.
Okay.
I've already seen that.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, I've already seen. Oh, hell.
Yeah. So it was hellaciously well cut, but it was even more in my mind because I've been working on.
Fast forward.
Now, I thought that was cool. That's a lot. That's a lot of work. I mean, somebody did a very good job on that. I didn't catch who the editor was. So I'm very sorry.
Skip McDonald.
Skip McDonald? No. Asshole. But they did a fantastic job, and so I'm more on the. Is that enough? What's glowing over there? What the fuck's going on?
Oh, my pen.
Your what?
My pen.
Your what?
My pen.
Thank you. Oh, your number for putting in the.
Yeah.
No. So I'm working on a I thought you had a new sonic screwdriver, but I thought it was. Oh, I had a pen like that once a long time ago. It was a little fella. Does it change colors?
No, not that I can see.
Is that for when you write reviews in a movie theater?
Yeah. Yep.
So I've been editing a video that's going to be coming up probably next month or so on Trentendo.
Do not like this movie.
This movie was too long. They should edit it down. See Trent's review.
My name is Chris.
And I hate fun. I like taxes. I know better than everyone else.
Look.
Now here's my impression of someone. Let's do 4 more impressions. That's my impression of me.
Pretty good one.
But no, video coming out in about a month, and it's a little short film I've been working on with a friend, and it's the thing is it's a short film, so I don't have a length of time that I have to fit it into. And there was a couple of shots where I'm watching, I'm like, this shot is not necessary to be that long. This is kind of boring. And so when I went into watching this episode, I had just worked on a part that I thought I should tighten up a little bit. So I think I went into it with the mentality.
I could see that.
In my situation, what I was taking out was right. In their situation, though, I don't know. After seeing it as a whole thing, I think it was right. I think it was cool. And you know what, man? Did you foresee the Angels going down to get him?
No.
Did you think they were going to get Eugene?
Yes, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. I'm
kind of what I was hoping too, but like this is even more interesting.
Frankly, one more episode, and
we got a cool.
I wish you could let me tell his name. I want to say who he is. You'll think it's so cool.
See, here's the thing. It must be someone's name I've heard of.
No, it's not a name. It's more like a title.
The Butcher of Gettysburg.
No. Better.
Okay.
Better. I want to say it. Gosh. But it's super cool. I'm pretty pumped. Especially like we were just talking about Dark Tower stuff. It's got a real Roland feel to it, kind of. But less noble, maybe. Even though Roland was kind of shitty in some parts when you really think about it.
He was.
Yeah, we love him. Other stuff we got in the episode. So Emily finally, the biggest thing that happened, Emily finally admitted that she was betrothed.
Well, that she was in a dating relationship.
She was in a coupling.
Betrothed means married.
But married also means has sex.
Okay.
When you say two things, I know I'm being an asshole.
Okay.
But no. Yeah. I was just trying to think of a dumb way of saying it.
Oh, okay.
And she was like, yeah, she said he's got a.
She was just trying to like. I have a.
She goes kind of ginger goatee, khakis.
Yeah.
And average height. Like she was gonna brag about height.
Yeah.
And then it was like average height. And she's like, it's cool. So well played. I was trying to think about this. The show is so hyper realistic for reasons, but trying to think about a situation where you tell someone that someone else is a vampire. It's hard to think of how to write that. Like, because how do you react? I'll tell you, you would not. If I told you that, you wouldn't believe me.
No, I wouldn't.
I wouldn't believe you.
No, for good reason, because they don't exist.
Like what? How? Like to what degree do I not believe? Like the point that I want to mock you, or to the point that I just want to go, oh, cool, and then like placate you?
Yeah.
Like what? How do you react to that? So the fact that it had such a quick like, all right, I'm out of here, and she had time to kind of not still buy it yet, but then all of a sudden she's in a house full of pets.
Yeah.
And has to. Then she hears the noises, and then decide. She really. It's interesting. She went through no internal struggles. Well.
She may have. We don't know.
She did going down the hallway, I guess, about actually opening the door. But she was way on board with sticking around there for a few minutes.
Yeah.
At least that we saw. Because all of a sudden, she's pretty quick to huck an animal in there.
I don't think she was that quick to huck an animal in there.
Yeah? You think she waited the appropriate amount of time before hucking animals?
I think she was terrified and...
Didn't know what to do. Maybe she just reacted, wasn't really...
I think it was because she was like walking down the thing and she's like, oh, okay, what happened? I better take a peek. I don't know. I think she was terrified.
Let's say you told me you had a vampire locked in a room.
Okay.
Let's say, no matter how I reacted, I believed you. My next reaction, I can tell you how I'd react. When you're like, can you stampede this? Fuck you!
Yeah.
And I am out. I'm outie 5,000.
Sure.
Like, no, thank you. They're vampires.
Yeah. I think it's interesting. Maybe because Tulip and Emily have already had a I do a favor for you, you do a favor for me thing. Like where Tulip helped Emily with the church chores, and maybe Emily has this weird feeling like maybe I owe Tulip. Plus, we have this weird bond now. Where we both are in love with Jesse, but I'm pretending to like the mayor.
And she's a real doer. She's a real, she doesn't stand up for herself too much.
Yeah.
Like, well, she does in some circumstances, but there are a lot of them where she just kind of does what people want her to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, so,
Yeah.
So yeah, it is internally consistent with that character for sure.
But yeah, I mean, your average person isn't going to hang around for that. No.
Yeah, and but the other thing is too is now she's kind of got for as far as I'm concerned, makes me think of Jesse a little bit. As far as we keep talking about not liking Jesse because of how apprehensible he is, how much of a cad he is, like how he does like shitty stuff that we're like, don't do that. She just called Miles right up. She did it on purpose, right?
Yeah.
So that means she knew that was going to happen, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So she chose Cassidy over Miles.
I think she knew. I think. Okay. Well,
Do you think maybe she didn't think about that way?
I don't know if it's a choosing one over the other. I
mean one to live over the other one.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Not to like.
She didn't want. She also wanted to get rid of
not
Miles.
to be married with. That bad?
The guy's annoying. You could see her when she started describing.
You're right. If they're really annoying.
When she started describing him. Right. You could see it kind of unselling itself in her own mind, and then also
the mouth was saying one thing, but
but she's walking down the hall with this guinea pig.
Yeah.
And she's like, she's barely listening to Miles, but like he's like, I'm coming over. I'm a baby.
That guy goes, "Do you hear me? I said I'm coming. I'm staying over."
Yeah.
Like, who the fuck are you?
A guy who's about to get killed is who? Emily's been pushed really hard.
Let that be a lesson to you.
Mm-hmm.
A, don't be douchey to girls because you shouldn't be douchey to girls, and B, don't be douchey to girls because they might feed you to a vampire. So
I'm not saying it's like a sane thing to do. I'm saying that's why, though. I think.
So I'm just saying it could happen.
Yeah.
We watched it.
Mm-hmm.
That's truth. That's the church.
It did happen in that.
Yeah.
show.
Pixar didn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I don't know. I was a little just kind of blown away that she would go to that level. It's really extreme.
It is extreme. It is extreme.
But
it's
I mean, then again, it's a situation where how the fuck do you react in a situation like that? I will say the whole scene made me want guinea pigs. They're so adorable, aren't they? Aren't they little cuties? Are they little funny friends? What if you had a little fun friend? What if we had one here and still didn't want to eat it?
Do you know that they swim? You can put them in your bag.
No! Ow, adorbs! Can you just see one going?
Yeah, because my ex-girlfriend had them.
No way.
Megan had them.
No way.
She has them, yeah.
Do they get smelly?
No.
Okay.
They eat veg.
Oh man, like for real veggies, you can give them some broccoli and stuff?
Yeah. You give them,
like share a carrot with them?
Yeah, give them some leaves.
Oh man.
Leafy greens.
Give them all the kale I don't want?
Yeah, give them all the kale, and they love that shit. And then, yeah.
I like the ones that were like extra furry.
Yeah, they're cute.
Oh my god, yeah. I thought it was funny too that
You can let them run around if you want. If you want to get pellets around, but
yeah,
I mean, it's still it's a really clean road.
Roomba.
Yeah,
have Roomba follow them around. But
they're vegetarians. They're really clean.
It's just a cute little animal. It seemed kind of fun. But those were really cute in the episode. But then I was also like, wow, you're really on a killing spree today. You chucking animals in the back room, calling Miles over. Then you take two animals that have been bred into captivity and just turn them loose.
Where do they eat those?
Oh, Peru.
Yeah, Peru.
Why do I know the things I know tonight? Anyway, anything else on that?
No, but I not on that particular thing.
Yeah, I want to go to Preacher next. If that's okay.
Please, yeah.
So under the overpass or under the bridge pancakes.
Yeah.
That was super cool. I love how like on a first name basis he is with them.
Yeah.
You know, like he really is the preacher of that town. He's just sitting there.
How's it going, guys?
Yeah, he's like, hey, can I chill? Can I come in kind of hang out in your house? You know, just like hanging out with him. It was a super chill moment. Yeah. And I love that we're kind of getting these little glimpses of Preacher from back in the old day. Like he clearly broke into the hotel room, got the phone. Probably after the breakfast, maybe.
Hey, no scratching that.
Yeah, don't scratch that, please. She's so cute. But like he's surviving. He's staying off the grid and everything. He basically run from the cop. World's shittiest cop, but you know.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I get.
I was gonna go sober, go serious with it, but I'm not.
I was like, oh man, maybe I didn't.
There's a lot of shitty things.
Yeah, there's a lot of shitty cops, but I just mean I don't. Well, there's a lot of cops that are shitty people.
Yeah,
he's a shitty at being a cop.
Oh yeah.
Like he just contaminating the hell out of that crime scene, and then choking her out. Let me ask you that. How are you about someone that's like begging to be murdered? or let's not say murder, come on. Someone's begging to die. They're in insurmountable amount of pain. And granted, I understand not every situation is the same, but her situation. Let's use this one.
I think first of all, I think she has the right to die. I think it's an unfair thing to ask someone you don't know to help you with that. Because then he has to kind of like live with that. Yeah, like even though she wanted it and she consented and she begged for it, and
it's still his
she
choice
should be allowed to make that choice.
But unfortunately, that choice has been taken from her.
It has been taken from her.
Yeah. I thought she was gonna go into I thought they were gonna take her to a hospital and she would start diving off the bed.
I think she should have hit her head on the bathroom faucet that was right next to her head.
I feel like though there's so much room for error with that.
Yeah,
make things worse. But then again, if you've been sitting in that tub for a while now, days,
they had the radio on for her.
Oh, you got that.
I left the radio on for her.
Plus, I wonder if their thoughts were, well, no, they had to have known someone was going to find her, but like
they just couldn't let her die.
I wonder if they were going to let her like die of starvation or something, and then she'd come back and they'd be long gone by then. But they had to have known someone was going to come in there wanting towels or something. But thought that was interesting. I wondered if he was going to see her. You know, there was a lot of like, oh my God, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? Also, the whole thing with, I don't see why Jesse wasn't just like telling the sheriff, I don't know where your boy is. I said that so you would come down here and get me out of this shitty situation. I got these men that are trying to kill me. It's in self-defense. I feel like he's such a dumb sheriff that he might have bought it. But then again, I don't know. Who cares? But really, I'm more like, I'm glad that we had so much of all the other stuff going on with this, with the guy, the old West Ratwater. And then there's that tree too where they were burying when they had to get
they get the angel hands. Mm-hmm. I can get you a toe.
I get you one by 4 o'clock today, dude. That's my favorite thing of all of this in the episode is when Jesse finally goes in the room and then like they have that moment where they're like eye to eye and it's almost like two animals like. He's like, I'm a vampire. I could like, and then you can see the fire in the other one's eyes.
Yeah, it's like when Chris Pratt and the Velociraptors, and he's like,
"Hold on, Blue."
Yep.
And then they all get motorcycles.
They all get matching motorcycle jackets.
They go to the Honda store and
store
dealership.
Nope, store.
Yep. You get me that one down
right up there and
Garcon. But no, I like that because I always, this is so stupid, I really want to say this. If you're ever around an animal, anytime I'm around a dog that's being like ferocious, or like if you're just like outside at night.
Speaking of ferocious.
Let her go.
I'm gonna in a second. First she has to consent to loving me. Okay.
That's how you have a relationship. But if you're ever like outside, if I'm ever outside and I see an animal off in the like just a dog running around, you don't know what the dog's going to do. You don't know how hungry it is. Don't know what's going to happen. I stare straight at the dog's eyes, and I'm just like, in my mind, I think I'm the meaner fucking dog right now, and I will tear your ass to pieces. And I try and like exude a lot of like overconfidence or whatever, just meanness inside of me. And the thing is,
so you can become the alpha dog.
I don't know that actually is a thing. I don't think there's any scientific evidence that leads to the old expression of they can sense fear. I think maybe some predators can have a sense for it, but I don't know that what I'm exuding is the opposite of that. But I know that, hey, if I'm doing something, I don't want this dog coming over here and chomping at my leg. That's what I do. I act like the bigger, badder dog. So it's.
So that's what Jesse and Cassie were doing.
That's why I liked a lot about it. It was like the animals like just looking each other's eyes and like this one will rip your throat out, and the other one will rip your throat out too. So it's pretty cool. I thought it was dope. And then they get finished. He goes, so should we have a shag or just hold some hands?
Yeah.
It was so great. And then he was like, what would you do if I killed the mayor? He's like, help you hide the body. He's like, well, let's go get rid of the body. It was super cool because I do like their friendship. And I think Jesse's real close. I think he's a good 2-3 episodes from winning us back over, like starting in the next season.
Yeah, I hope the cowboy kills him.
Well, it'd be weird to call it Preacher.
It would be, and I don't think that's why I don't think he's going to, but I want him to. So, let's go back to the cowboy.
Yeah, please.
That cowboy's awesome. Poor guy has to relive that shit.
Yeah.
Do you think in real life he killed that many people in in the saloon, or do you think things get exaggerated in hell?
I don't know. I don't know if that was. I don't remember well enough from the comics, so I couldn't tell you as far as the source material and as far as just watching it right there.
Because
I don't know.
I didn't see him reload. But he could have been doing like Roland Deschain does, where he's shooting one, reloading the other with his hand, like with his hand while shooting.
Let's say, does it say he does it in one hand in the book?
You know
how
he has two. He has two guns.
Right.
Because like they're extensions of his hands.
Sure.
You know.
Well, I thought it was just talking about how fast it was, because I was assuming it was one of those that you can only load one bullet at a time when you roll it. And I picture him going, like, I've seen people take those and like flip the little latch open and spin it at a right speed where they all just drop.
Oh, okay.
And I picture him going, like, as they were coming out, another one was going in.
Oh, okay.
Like, maybe I read it wrong though.
Sure.
Either way, it's tits.
It is.
Yeah, it's badass. But no, I think that this was a hyper exaggerated situation that maybe didn't actually happen. Maybe it did happen, but it got...
It's the like he went in, shot the preacher, shot a couple other people.
But it's been put to the extreme because of hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the other thing I wanted to say about the cowboy, and I know this is really nitpicky.
No, what's up?
When he first gets that medicine, before he realizes that those people are going back to Ratwalker, those city folk, he's
slickers.
He's just riding his horse like this. Do. Your kid's dying, you idiot.
Put a little hitch in your giddy up.
And then he's like, kid's like, hey, mister, we're going to Ratwater.
With blood all down the side of
And then he's like, oh shit. And then he
goes a while. Yeah, he goes a while and then stops. And now he's in a hurry.
But like he should have been in a hurry. But how bad was it when they're like, we finally realized why he didn't make it back in time to save his daughter and wife? Because his horse got shot in the head.
That he loved.
And then, okay. So the other thing I wanted to say about that whole scene.
Sure.
Mother and father. Those guys. The angels are his parents.
Of that guy's?
No.
Of Genesis.
Yeah.
Okay.
I still think that, and I don't know, I'm not saying that it's true. I'm saying I want it to happen, and it's supported by the language that they have for each other.
When he said darling.
Darling, and then also the jealousy, where she's like, I want the big one to come in the back with me for 20 minutes.
Oh.
You're not going anywhere.
Oh.
He's like, well, if that's what it takes.
Because, like, if it was you and I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I'd be like, yeah, go.
Yeah.
I'd be like, are you sure you want him? Because, like,
well,
that's what I would do. I would do the whistle.
It whistles. Yeah. It's got a slit in the top, too. And then
so you can go, woo, woo, woo.
A couple of beads in it.
Yep.
That's so weird. They call him Whistle Dick. And it's clean.
Clean as a whistle.
Remember that?
It does get blown a lot.
There it is. That ends that. That was cause a circle.
But anyways, clean as a whistle. Whistles aren't... I'm just kidding. That's your bit.
Yeah, that's my shit. That's my dumbass rant.
Yeah.
That you somehow didn't turn into a joke, surprisingly.
I know. I should have.
I don't know if it's that funny. I think it's just interesting.
It's just a thing to say.
Yeah, it's just a thing. It's a real Seinfeld-y thing. But, no.
They say clean as a whistle. I'm not going to do
something. What was wrong with that?
You're not that clean.
I don't want to be a part of it.
Everyone's mouth is on it.
Yeah. God, glad we do a lot of impressions. So, yeah, I thought that too with Darling. If they're either trying to throw us off by going heavy with it, or that's what it is. It's got to be. It's this language is on purpose.
One of them's been to hell, the other one hasn't.
Yeah, I thought that too. The demon, because you were saying that. He's like, you haven't been there. You don't know what it's like, you know. And that whole thing, I like the fact that it's
because I'm so sorry, I'm interrupting.
But
you know that the parents of Genesis aren't dead.
Well, they don't die, yeah. Yeah, so makes perfect sense.
What better way to punish them by saying you have to guard
Take
this
care of it.
can?
You made this mess, now clean up after it. Makes perfect sense. But the only thing
you British angels,
the only wrench I throw in that wheel is that
Paw is a wheel.
This is because why would a demon get to go to heaven? Even though demons were angels.
Because of
well, at least one was.
Well, no. It's because this is a special case. This is the voice of God.
Word.
Yeah, no doubt.
No diggity. Church.
Yeah.
Straight up.
So this is
That's a fact, Jack.
this is Dibra Elohim. This is the word of God.
Yeah.
Special
Genesis.
exigent circumstances.
Force majeure.
Yep.
Okay.
Bridge parties.
But like I said, that was my only thing against it, and I see what you're saying, it being like exigent circumstances. But no. I wholeheartedly feel like they are as well. I was thinking that I was like, I think Nate's fucking onto something with this. Anyway, I like that this is just a random thought, but I like that the travel agent is an actual travel agent and also gets you to hell. Like, it's like a real Harry Potter.
Harry Potter, Constantine.
Kind of. I was thinking of another like movie or book series earlier that it reminded me of. I can't think of it now, but where it's like a thing that exists, like Muggles, like non-knowing,
Yeah.
uninitiated can use it, and also the magical people can use it.
Men in Black.
That's the other one. Yes.
Here come the Men in Black. Galaxy Defenders. Dressed in black. Remember that. In case we come to face to make contact.
Nice. We make this look good. All right, so what you got on the episode? That piece of shit.
I wish I had.
We should find that guy, right?
I have that album.
Oh, no, I meant the guy that...
Oh, the guy that said that, yeah.
Yeah. Don't worry, it had to have been there.
Yeah, it's a thing.
I wasn't even there. I just got the story.
Yeah.
I borrowed the rights. So,
how bizarre.
What you got on this episode?
I have nothing else.
Good episode, though, you like?
Yeah.
I liked it very much.
Jesse's boring. Angels are cool.
Well, but at least they kept the Jesse down to a minimum.
Right.
What we got of him
You
was
have
good.
to have him because it's called Preacher.
Sure. And his story, what we got was just him progressing stuff.
I
like that a lot.
I want just a movie or a show spin-off
Of Joey
Mon Pa Angel Demon.
Yeah.
Those two. One's tall, one's short. They both have funny British accents.
They
talk about they probably eat brekkie and have wibbly wobbles.
They turn to the audience.
All
laughs. Nobody kisses me on my neck. Go.
That was a weird thing that just happened.
Oh, down. All right, so what...
we have some emails.
First one from Bricktails?
Should we tell the audience how to send it?
Nah.
Okay.
BalticEffect@gmail.com.
Oh, you did it.
You should do it now.
Baltic Effect at gmail.com. Gmail is short for Gargamel.
I was about to say Gargamel, yeah. That's what Gmail has been this whole time, is Gargamel.
Gargamel.
From Smurfs?
From Smurfs.
Wasn't a Smurf fan.
Go Smurf yourself.
Oh, Jesus.
I wasn't allowed to watch Smurfs. My mom?
Let's pause this for a second. What's up? I wasn't allowed to watch Beavis and Butthead. Why the fuck weren't you allowed to watch Smurfs?
Because they said fuck in it.
No.
I know. They
Cobb's Pecker.
So
Beavis and Butthead, by the way.
At one point, there was an episode where you know how like the little devil and angel are on the shoulder
Of like literally every cartoon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's one where like that, and the devil kicked the angel off the shoulder, and I go, yay! You know?
And your mom was like, that's it?
And Levi, my brother, goes,
Narked on you?
He goes, Mom, in Smurfs, a devil kicked an angel, and Nate cheered. And she's like, that's it, no more Smurfs.
The term snitches get stitches didn't exist back
He
then.
ended up getting stitches.
He got stitches? Oh,
Not from that, but he got it from a lot of things.
He kicked him in his brother in the face with a work boot one time. That happened. I'd kill you in your sleep. I could not have a sibling. Oh, God. But the fact that he narked on you, you know what? I think I'm going to take back any ill will towards you about the work boot thing.
He deserves it.
The ill will, no one deserves it. The ill will was felt because Levi's such a super nice guy. Because Nate apparently allowed him to live after snitching on him.
Yeah.
God, don't snitch. Don't snitch, people.
Mm-mm.
Don't, okay? Let somebody get themselves in trouble, okay? Don't.
Nate cheered. A devil kicked an angel, and Nate cheered.
Which stuff like that happened on Looney Tunes all the time.
Yeah.
But the only reason you get to watch it is because you cheered.
And also, and
she didn't know that you cheered everything.
And also, Levi didn't explain that it was the devil and angel thing on a person's shoulder thing. He just said a devil had kicked an angel, and Nate cheered. That's all he said. Because he's a stupid little kid. We were little kids.
Hey, I had to take back the Smash Mouth album because it had a warning label on it.
Oh yeah.
Never listened to that whole album. Probably for the best.
Hey now, you're a Smash Mouth.
I did like a Columbia House thing where I ordered a bunch, and then I got that one in the mail, and I didn't know it had a warning label on it because I'd heard the song on the radio, and my mom was like, "You gotta take." I was like, "I can't send them back. It's part of a deal." And she's like, "We'll take it to one of these stores that buy CDs." Sold it for $1. Mom. First emails from Bricktails. Woo.
Your mom watches this.
Yeah, she told me. Hi, Mom. You say the F word a lot.
That's what she told him.
You want me to read this?
Yeah, do it.
All right. Hello, gentlemen, and
Hi.
it is really weird to watch you guys on YouTube. Oh, hey, thanks for watching. Nothing is how you look, but it's just that between Baltic Effect, Behind the Cutting Edge, and Your Brothers, I've listened to a lot of hours of the extended Baltic family. Yeah. Doing some quick Googling and math. There were 30 episodes in the first 2 seasons of the following.
Go on.
39 episodes of The Worst Show in the World. 62 episodes of Breaking Bad. 20 of Better Call Saul. 8 in the second season of True Detective. 8 so far for Preacher. And 44 in the first 2 seasons of Blacklist. Whoa! 44 in the first 2 seasons?
This guy's long ass fucking season.
This guy is a podcasting maniac. If you're not listening to Bjork Brothers podcast, you're doing something wrong with your life. They're fantastic. I love them. I'm not just saying that because you're standing here. I listened to them for a long time. I wrote into them.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I don't. You know how long it's taken me to listen to this season of Serial? 3 months, because I have a 5-minute drive every day. So
that's gonna kill it.
I have like no time to listen to any podcast. It's one that I listen to. So if you're not listening to it, whoa, that's like a lightning bug. We have a lightning bug in our house. We should get a jar and poke holes in it. Go get a can. Okay. I think it really is.
Winking, blinking, and that kind of can, huh?
Yep.
I can get one of those.
44 in the first 2 seasons of Blacklist. I'm behind and waiting for Netflix to pick up the 3rd season just before I listen to the rest of those. Good point. And that's just the shows that I've watched completely. Add in random movie podcasts, a dozen or so, the Walking Dead podcast, and others at random here and there. And I've listened to between 200 and 250 of your podcasts. Thank you. That means a lot.
Yeah.
That is incredible. And
yeah.
I'm sorry they're not better. I've spent, at least they're free. I've spent more time following you than most stalkers. That's true. Anyway, when you put it that way, I kind of don't want to read this email anymore. Anyway, after you listen to someone's voice, you get a visual picture. And you guys in real life look nothing like you guys in my head, which just makes the video really weird. The first time I met you, I knew what you looked like because like pictures in Skype, but I didn't know how you moved. Seeing how you move freaked me out a little.
Really?
Not that you move weird.
Sure.
I just didn't think about it.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know how to explain it. It was just I had something to get used to, and now it's like, well, that's how Nate is. I could not,
how Nate moves.
I just couldn't not picture you that way. I don't know. It's not. And again, it's not that you move weird. It's probably because the first time I saw you ever in actual rough, you go pizza, pizza, pizza party, and you had 2 slices of shitty gas station pizza.
It was awesome.
And you were like, yeah.
I was dancing.
Let's see. So does Emily just? But thank you for watching and listening all these years.
Yeah.
Like, thanks, bud.
Thanks.
So does Emily just care a whole lot about guinea pigs, or is she just really bad at breaking up with someone? Little column A. Little column B. Either way, that seemed pretty rough on the mayor, who's only really. Yeah, she picked the guinea pigs over the mayor. Either way, it seemed pretty rough on the mayor, whose only real failing, as far as Emily knew, was being kind of lame. And I thought she was supposed to be the nice girl. Yeah. She's not. I felt really bad for the sheriff. He seems like he's an upright guy, and strangling the seraphim was an act of mercy for him. You think she could have told him she was okay rather than just slipping out of leaving him with her body? Interesting. I think I was right that even though DeBlanc and Fior have said that they are angels, in truth they are the demon angel that spawned Genesis. They said they'd be separated if they were reported, and DeBlanc called Fior dear at one point, implying they were lovers. DeBlanc also implies to Fior that he's familiar with hell when they're at the travel agent's office, suggesting that he's the demon and Fior is the angel. Exactly, absolutely. I think everybody, it's either there to just to make us think that, or it's there because it is that. It's one of the two. I really laughed at the Breaking Bad illusion with them waiting for the trip to hell at the same point where Walt and earlier Jesse waited for the disappearer to pick them up, and the dog running across the road. I know! It has to be the same one. It's Sam Callan.
Same dog.
And then, they found that same dog. It's the one that Chuck Norris saved. I didn't realize that this show was also...
No. Mike saved it. Right? Didn't Mike save it?
The story I remember was that...
I thought Mike saved it.
no, that...
Didn't he correct us?
No, I remember the story as him saying that Chuck Norris saw this mangy dog. He called one of his people over and told him to take the dog and take care of it. Now it lived on Chuck Norris's ranch.
I thought... I'm gonna have to go back and listen to that. I'm not gonna listen to it.
I thought it was the other way around.
No, I thought it was because he doesn't like Chuck Norris.
No, he told us everybody wants to say things bad about Chuck Norris, but I'm going to tell you this, and he told us that story about the dog.
Fuck, you're right.
Yeah. So that's like my one favorite. It's one of my two favorite Chuck Norris stories. The other one is Charles Baker's story. If you want to hear some really good interviews
About how bad Chuck Norris's breath was.
no, that he was on Apple Box. B, that skinny guy plays Skinny Pete that was also in Walker Texas Ranger was getting manhandled by Chuck Norris in his one scene that he did, had a cracked rib that day, but he didn't tell Chuck, and he said he was like super nice. He felt really bad afterwards, but
I'm saying really like I wasn't there when he told the story.
Yeah,
really?
Yeah, okay. Oh, that happened? I'm so interested in hearing the next part of the story. Go check those out, Behind the Cutting Edge. Anyway, awesome episode this week. In some ways, it was a tweener, just sort of tying up the loose threads from the last couple of weeks and setting us up for a big confrontation next week. But it didn't seem to drag at any point. I'm really looking forward to seeing.
I feel like you skipped a paragraph.
Yep. They finally paid off with some answers about the cowboy. I had an audible gasp when I realized that the cowboy scene wasn't some historical setting, but instead was a present-day scene in hell as he was reliving the day over and over. I think he's going to jump at the chance to kill a preacher. Will this be for the action in next week's episode, or will he show up at the very end as a cliffhanger setting us up for season 2? I'm worried about that, too. That'll piss me off. But he said, anyway, I already said this, but anyway, awesome episode this week. In some ways, it was a tweener, just sort of tying up loose ends threads in the last couple of weeks and setting us up for a big confrontation next week. But it didn't seem to drag at any point. Really looking forward to seeing if God or Cowboy shows up at church on Sunday. Well, guys, what now? Why don't we do a coin toss? Heads we go to heaven, tails we go to hell.
I haven't had a coin toss in ages.
Oh, man. Brick tails. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you, Brick Tails.
Sorry for skipping a paragraph. That's what happens when I go off on tangents. Okay. Oh, fuck, I should have read this one because you're going to... God damn it.
Schnogle.
Yeah, go ahead and read it.
Hola, Trent, Nate, and Alexa. I've got some bullet points y'all can have, since it turns out I can't bring any luggage with me where I'm going. So here you go. Looking back, Jesus can join us all in hell was pretty good foreshadowing, but I did not pick up on it at all. Look, Butcher of Gettysburg, do you mind if I call you Butcher or Butch? I know your wife and daughter died, and some of the people in Ratwater did some shitty things. But did you have to kill everyone, including the kid? Harsh. I know Jesse is probably hesitant to use Genesis since the fuck up with Eugene, but I was still surprised he jimmied his way out of the police car instead of commanding the sheriff to let him go.
I forgot to talk about that. That was awesome.
Yeah.
I love that. I
love
love people throwing themselves from cars.
Uh-huh. I was pleasantly surprised at how quickly Emily assimilated the knowledge that Cassidy was a vampire and that she would have to babysit/feed him.
Thank you.
Speaking of which, in the first episode, one cow is enough to heal him. So what's with the pet store menagerie? I guess it would be difficult to get a whole cow into Tulip's house. Plus, there may not be any cows left alive with the way Kincannon goes through them.
But I think she made mention that it didn't have anything to do with the quantity. It had to do with the type, which is why she was trying different animals.
Really?
She said something about that something didn't work, so she was trying something else. It was a very quick line. But I could be wrong, too. But I feel like, a whole cow took care of him. Why not a couple of goats?
Yeah.
And why start with the small animals? Go ahead and leave that goat in there.
Well, they did the dog first.
Right, but they had a goat. Goat's bigger than the dog. Wow,
that dog was big.
Yeah. Okay.
Goats are
Still,
cute.
throw the goat in there.
Yeah, goats can make milk and stuff. Don't waste the goat.
He's just hanging out in the kitchen. I ain't doing shit.
Oh, they eat
You know,
cans. They eat cans in cartoons.
We're shooting cans. Yeah.
I was really impressed with Emily getting rid of Miles. He obviously wasn't going to ever leave her alone.
Impressed is an interesting word.
And I think him saying he was going to stay the night was the last straw.
Pretty bad.
Good thing there was a convenient vampire who needed feeding. I like that Ratwater turned out to be hell. But I thought the repetitive montage to show us that was too long. Oh, felt a bit like padding. Also, I was hoping the Angels were going to hell to get Eugene back, but instead they're getting Butch to kill Jesse. Damn, Butch as in Butcher. Okay, y'all ready for the season finale? I know I am. Till the end of the world, Shane, TFSF. Thank you, Shane.
Okay, next email. Nick CR. Yeah. Nick says on 108 or 109, finish the song. It's 9. I think we can go ahead and. It's 9. But don't end with. What was the thing that Doug Benson always did on his podcast? Oh, he started in 2011 going, today is April whatever, 2 Oceans 11.
Yeah.
And then he did 2 Oceans 12, 2 Oceans 13. He kept doing it at least through 2014. I don't know about now.
Yeah.
I haven't listened in a couple of years. He says, hiya, fellas.
Hi.
Whoa! It seemed like everyone was Breaking Bad this episode, including the scene and settings. Very nice. Well put. I'm most surprised about Emily. I just didn't think she had that in her. Sheriff Root, too, for all he knows, he committed murder. I'm perhaps not as surprised as I was with Emily, but still surprised. Do you think Tulip finished off Carlos? Oh, yeah, that. Mm-hmm. Or is she going to go back to get Jesse so he can be part of killing him? Maybe she just tenderized him a bit and left him tied up for later. Maybe. I really want to see the coin that DeBlanc flipped. Notice that neither he nor Fiora called heads or tails or heaven or hell. Yeah, but if you have a heads and tails, which one do you think is which? I think that if one of them had said coin toss is sacred, the legal Breaking Bad Easter egg limit per episode would have been breached. But it would have been ever so cool. And a bonus for the Super Baddicks. As it is, I think even the casual fan of Breaking Bad would have picked up on the one that was in the episode.
Not me, I'm an idiot.
Except that the dog crossed the road in the opposite direction as it did in Breaking Bad. After careful review, I can't tell if it's the same dog or not. They look so similar. So let's put this out there. Walking Dead's got blue meth. This has that. I wonder if Mad Men ever had anything in it. Probably not.
I'm sure it had something in it.
Man.
Maybe not from Breaking Bad, but it's something in the show.
Oh, really?
Like people.
Maybe I should have watched it. Okay, so so here's what I think. Cowboy is in hell, forced to relive the worst thing in his life over and over for all eternity until Fiora and DeBlanc show up to get the baddest killer there ever was to help them take out Jesse. Sure. This makes me wonder what Eugene is going to be like because I'm sure we're going to see him again after reliving his shooting over and over again in hell. Interesting. Well, I guess big doings are coming in the next episode. I can't wait. Cheers, Nick CR.
Thank you, Nick.
Thanks, buddy. If you want to be like these awesome heroes of our podcast, send an email to balticeffect@gmail.com.
That's Baltic
Effect
at
gmail.com. And then you can also send your questions to nate@nateyork.com. Send them on in there. Put them in. Just slide them in. Slide them right in. Until next week. Nate is nice.
Trent is nice.
Stella's a pretty kitty. And we
love you.
Nail it.
I know.
I thought we had it that way.
I was about to say, she sure is, after we said
I'm sorry.
No, but that would have been taken off the cadence. That was dumb.
No, but
no, that was
adding
that
to
was
it.
yeah, I was adding to it, but it was not an officially sanctioned salutation.
You did not put in the correct forms ahead of time. And triplicate.